This 30-kilometre route starts at Glenmore Lodge, just up the road from Coilen Bridge past Loch Morlich.
My legs are eaten. They've been absolutely eaten by midges. Just stretching up. It was a big run yesterday, even bigger run in front of me today. So yeah, this is going to be amazing though. I can feel this. This is going to be good.
This part of the route takes you up and over Cairngorm Road on dried riverbeds, padded out with these big stones. But quickly the terrain becomes a lot more running friendly. There's lovely wooden paths that take you over greenery. A nice wooden bridge takes you over the river where the trees start to thin and you become exposed to the wind. The day I ran this, the Ghru looked very menacing. I have no idea what I was trying to say here. The wind was just so powerful. Going from such a scenic environment with the sound of a flowing river and birds chirping to this wind was not welcomed. It was that kind of wind where it almost felt like it was blowing the air away from in front of me, and it was really difficult to keep a normal breathing rhythm. You get a little bit of a break from the wind as you drop down and find some cover again. This route joins the Ghru trail a little bit late, as instead it takes you over a saddle between two of the mountains nearby. This next bit won't be a run, it will be a scramble.
Come to a boulder field, quite literally.
When you find yourself in the saddle, it's almost like a funnel for the wind just to hit you at full speed, which is a bit problematic in this area because balance is very, very important. You need all four of your limbs to help you get through this part. Still climbing up and approaching the Ghru mountain pass, the task in front of you becomes a bit more apparent. And the day of running it, visibility was very, very poor going into the mountain pass.
I don't know if you can hear me.
The pass cuts through 5 of the 6 tallest mountains in the UK.
I am quite literally in the middle of nowhere. It's just brutal. This is one of the hardest runs I think definitely one of the hardest runs I've ever done. Absolute brutal. I mean, I can only see like 30 metres in front of me. I can't see the trail. It's just boulder. It's been boulder field for the last like 3k, all uphill, into the wind, into the rain. So I'm just stopping and have something to eat. It's brutal. This is brutal.
I didn't get much footage from the climb up to the highest point of this route. And that was down to a few things, one of them being the fog. I couldn't see where I was going, so I needed to focus on making sure I wasn't getting lost. And also, it was boulder field for the majority of the climb. And by the time I'd reached these waterfalls that were cascading down from the Munros, it made no difference avoiding them or running through them because my feet were drenched. And the waterproof overlay I had on had been infiltrated a long while back. Seriously, running through puddles made no difference. The fog began to clear the further down I got. It revealed the beauty that is the Cairngorms.
You know what, actually that's probably the nicest stuff I've come across.
It was a lot more enjoyable running down from the top than it was up. Sure, there are some more boulder fields and it does get quite technical in places, but the majority of it was excellent for running. Once again, the standards in scenery were off the scale. When I crossed this river, there were 2 hikers who were trying so hard to keep their shoes dry. And they gave me some funny looks when I just turned up and strolled on through it like it didn't even exist. It's definitely worth mentioning that this is in the middle of nowhere. It's good to have someone know that you're going there, especially if you're running by yourself. If you get into trouble, the chances are you will need a helicopter to come and rescue you. It's the first man-made thing I've seen for about 2 hours maybe. And soon you'll start to come across signs of life again. And at this point you'll know that the trail is almost over. I love it, I do. I love finding runs that break me, but jeez, man. It's like I don't exist. The hill just laughs at me. You're worthless. We've got 500 meters to go. Literally almost there. Of course, we're gonna have one more climb, you know, just because we haven't done enough already today. For me, this route had a fantastic amount of variety in weather conditions and surface types, and I really don't think you'll be disappointed if you ever decide to do this route. I absolutely loved everything about this trail, and I really didn't want it to end, even though it put me in the ground and made me feel very feeble at times. I absolutely love this trail.